I want to talk to you about why you want to be forgetful when trying to improve your memory. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but believe me, by the end of this video, it's going to make perfect sense. So if you've been following all my videos, you've been learning all these different techniques and methods to learn all sorts of information, which is really good. But at the end of the day, these images are kind of like a crutch to help you remember the actual information. And I'm going to make a video explaining why that is, so don't worry about that. So when you use these techniques and methods, you're doing a lot of things at once, right? You're trying to picture these images. First of all, you're trying to create these images. You're either placing them into two locations or you're trying to create a story out of them. So you're doing all these things at once. And the thing is, you're trying to perfect this, right? You're trying to go faster and faster and faster. So when you see information, you instantly make an image and you place it into a location of some sort. That's what you're trying to do. But the thing is, you want to be forgetting information where you're actually trying to apply these things. And the reason for this is because when you fail and forget information, that's when you learn what you're doing wrong. Because you know the three keys to memory are imagination, location, concentration. So when you forget something, you're lacking in one of these three things. And that's amazing. Why? Because you know what you need to fix. So for example, today I was teaching a girl and she memorized 10 digits, but she was having trouble recalling the numbers. And so at the end, I wrote them all out. I'm like, okay, here they are. Tell me your story. So she was telling me her story. And when she got done, I was like, okay, so this is why you forgot the numbers. And I was pointing things out like, you didn't connect these two numbers together. You kind of had the story, then like it stopped. Then you started a new story. So I was explaining these different things. I was telling her, when you mess up, you have to ask yourself, why did I mess up? Why did I forget the information? Because that's going to be the key to fixing it and becoming faster and faster and faster. And so that's why you want to forget information when you're using these techniques, because these techniques, you have something to improve, right? In the beginning, I was horrible at creating images because I was like, okay, wait, what works for this? And so it took me a long time, but now I could go a lot faster creating my images. And the only way I improved my speed was because I asked myself, why am I forgetting the information? What am I lacking? And so sometimes, you're lacking concentration. You're saying the story, but you're not really visualizing it. Imagination. Maybe you lack imagination because you're not really making your stories crazy or fun or entertaining. So they're really dull, so you forget it, right? And for this girl today, she was lacking location. She was using, I guess, the same locations over and over and over when I was teaching her. And so she had all these images mixing together and she was getting confused and she wasn't really picturing the location in the story. And so, these are the three things you always have to look for: imagination, location, and concentration when you're forgetting information. Because if you forget something and you go back to those three keys, you're going to know what you need to work on. And so, you don't want to be forgetting all the time, right? That's not a good thing. But from time to time, when you forget something, you should be excited. You're like, wait, I forgot something. What can I fix so I can get faster and get better for the next time when I try to apply these techniques? And that's why you want to be forgetful at times. I'm not saying being forgetful like consistently. Whatever you're trying to learn, you just forget it right away. No, that's not going to help you at all. But if it's if it's like kind of spread out, if it's like a new information you're trying to learn and you forget, that's okay. Because it's a new thing that you're trying to learn. So you're like, okay, medical terms. Why did I forget medical terms? What was so hard about medical terms compared just to regular vocabulary? And so when you start forgetting information, you'll be like, okay, what problem do I have right now? What am I lacking? Because once you find that problem, I guarantee that you'll become less forgetful and you're just going to be able to learn a lot faster. And so hopefully it makes sense why you want to be forgetful at times. And I'm not saying all the time. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you to be forgetful every single moment of your life. No. When you're applying these techniques, being forgetful time to time, that's going to help you a lot, okay? And so hopefully it makes sense why you want to do it. And if you think, hey, I'm using these techniques, but I'm forgetting the information, man, they just don't work. Don't think that. They do work. You just need to spend some time kind of troubleshooting why you're forgetting the information. And once you do that, and once you have that mindset of every time you mess up on something, hey, what can I fix so this doesn't happen next time? I guarantee these techniques are going to be a lot easier to use. And I still do it. I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years, and I still ask myself when I forget something, okay, why did I forget this? What am I messing up on? And when you fix that problem, you're so happy because it gives you confidence. Because next time when you do it again, and you don't forget, you're like, man, I'm pretty good at using these techniques. So hopefully everything's clear now on why you might be forgetful at times. And hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.